Hi Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your August 15th to the 31st, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification. Now before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds, feeling yourself become centered and at peace. All worries, doubts, and fears leaving you as you are in a safe, calm space. All right. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. Actually, as we shuffle the cards, let's let that clear. Aries, August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. Aries, August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. Aries, August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Now I have to say I am very excited. This is my first ever Baba Studio deck, and it is all thanks to your guys' generous donations. So I hope its energy is as beautiful as it has been as I've been working with these cards. All right. Now let's see what your chakra has to say. Aries, August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Beautiful, these three right here. So we have flexibility. This is the Sacral Chakra coming forward. And here we're really seeing as we release a lot of negativity from this life and from past lives, because the Sacral Chakra is where, it's where that negativity is held. It's also where a lot of creative and sexual energy is held. So you're going to feel, you're going to feel an increase in sexual energy. You're going to feel an increase in creative energy if you, because of quarantining and everything like that. If you don't have an outlet for that sexual energy, to really harness it into a creative force as you're moving forward, that is going to be something that is going to be absolutely beneficial for you. Meditation, yoga, right? Things to, embrace your flexibility of mind, body, and self, having all aspects kind of come together as you embrace wisdom. That's also going to be a huge part for you during this time. And as you embrace this flexibility, as you have this power leading you forward and guiding you, you're going to see that things that once felt like, oh my gosh, I couldn't possibly do that, or that's so far out of, my comfort zone, or even what I've ever imagined, you're going to see that doors start to open. You're going to see that things aren't quite as scary, or you're like, you know what, why not? Why not give it a try? Because again, you are releasing that negativity from this life, from past lives, inherited through your DNA line, right? Doubts, fears, even some phobias that you might have had that you don't know why. You're going to see yourself really working through these things and really moving yourself forward. And then we have rebirth. And this is the Earth Star Chakra. This is located 6 inches below your feet. This is embracing your roots, yourself, and being reborn within your truth. So that's going to be very powerful for you, because that rebirth also helps aid in this flexibility of mind, of spirit, of self. And then we have inspiration. Now this is another Sacral Chakra card. And here you're going to find yourself inspired, because a lot of things that have held you back before, or a lot of things that you didn't see the beauty in the whys and the how comes, you're going to find things kind of falling into alignment, falling into beauty, and you're going to feel yourself being inspired. You're also going to be looking at things so differently that it's going to be like, well, why not? Why not let this inspiration lead me forward? Why not, kind of take this chance on me? Why not open up the doors? Why not move forward? And you're going to find yourself saying that a lot. It's like, well, why not? Why am I defining myself this way? Why am I putting myself in this box? Or why did I let others? It's also going to be another really big thing for you, Aries. Why did I let others put me in this box? No, I'm coming forward. I'm moving forward. And I'm embracing my passion, my joy, my understanding of self. Now, the left-hand side, this is your inner self. The middle is your heart. And the right-hand side, this is your public self. So let's see what they have to say, what the cards have to say, what Spirit has to say. So we have the King of Cups. This is a water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is being a king of your domain. Now you have the 3 of Swords here, and that makes perfect sense with the release that I see with the Sacral Chakra coming forward. And this is heartbreak, this is pains, this is disappointments. But then you have the King of Coins. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, leading to the 9 of Cups. It's like at first there's doubts, but you start to see this prosperity coming forward because you're having this kingliness of mind and self. And it leads you to really starting to embrace a beauty about you that you hadn't seen before, that you didn't think could be a part of your life. And it's like, no, it is. And this is going to be something that other people see about you much more easily than you see about yourself. And it leads you to the 4 of Wands, a joy, a celebration, a beauty that cannot be ignored. And it moves you right into you, Aries. It moves you right into the Emperor. And this is determination. This is prosperity. This is having a bit of the golden touch. To the 5 of Coins. Now this is going to be interesting because there's a part of you here when it comes to money, when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to maybe even just true happiness. It's like, I'm always on the outside looking in. And that's going to be something that is no longer true for you anymore because you're embracing the Ace of Wands, this passion, this creativity, this power. And it leads you, and it leads a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. And it leads you to the 2 of Cups. Harmony coming in, love coming forward. This is in the public arena. The King of Swords. I love how you have this kingly energy and the essence of you shining through. So the King of Swords is like, I know what I want. And it's very interesting because the Griffin, one of the mythologies of the Griffin is that you cannot tell a lie in front of a Griffin. And so here, that's very much part of you in this public arena. It's like, you need the truth. You need passion, you need commitment, and that's going to be, it's a very intense you that you give to the public world right now. And so here, it's this intense passion, commitment, security, understanding that leads you to temperance, that leads you to balance. And I love this. I love that you start with the King of Cups and you end with the Queen of Cups. Whenever I have the King and the Queen of the same suit from the same deck in a reading, this is a soulmate connection. This is a true love connection. Emotionally, you're opening up doors that you might not even have known were closed. You might have been like, well, that's just the way it is. You know, this is who I am. But as you have this inspiration guiding you, excuse me, as you have this inspiration guiding you, as you have this passion moving you forward, it's like, I'm so much more. I'm so much more than anybody has ever realized, than I have ever realized. And that's going to be a breaking out of ruts type of being that comes around you, you know, energy. It's like, no, I am so much more. And why didn't I see this in me before? Now let's look at the people here who are going to aid you during this time. And do note, these don't have to be people that you know. These can be people that you follow online, or these can be, you know, from a book that you read or a quote that you hear. It's just some sort of inspiration that just stays with you. And at first, even for some of you Aries, it's not going to be that it's particularly inspiring. You're just going to have it kind of stuck in your head a little bit, a movie, a TV show, a line. And it does have this big impact on you. But you might not know that this person is, you know, a Sagittarius or, you know, an air sign. Who will be aiding Aries August 15th to the 31st, 2020? Who will be aiding Aries August 15th to the 31st, 2020? Who will be aiding Aries? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. One more. Okay. Oh, goodness. This one right here. Awesome. So we're starting off, of course, with you, Aries, shining through. Now, this could be a fellow Aries. This could be a boss-like person or somebody of authority. This is somebody who's very sure of themselves, holds themselves with a lot of confidence, knows a lot, you know, has this passion, this knowledge, this understanding. And this is going to be someone who at first you might find a bit overpowering, you know, kind of, yeah, a bit overpowering. But you're going to see that what they say, you know, as you think about it, as you look at it, it holds validity. And that's going to be important for you because it's going to help you work out something that you were questioning, that you were, you know, wondering about before. And it leads you to the Chariot. Now, this is a Cancer energy, a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. This is somebody who leads with their heart. I mean, their heart is so strong and so powerful and so beautiful that they just go from the heart instantaneously. And that's who they are. You can't tell them who to love. You can't tell them how to love. And that's going to be something that you find very inspiring. It can even be with their work. You know, they love what they do. It's like, it makes them passionate. It makes them shine. And it's this brilliance that really is a part of you, that really draws you in during this time, because it's this brilliance that you yourself are starting to embody. And then we have the Princess of Swords. This is an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius. This is somebody who cuts right to the hearts of things. You know, this is somebody who says it as it is. And they're not malicious. They're not mean. They can be a bit blunt because air sign energies do tend to be a bit blunt. But this is going to be somebody who's really kind of beginning to understand how things fit together. You know, where it is that greater truths are coming from. And you're going to see this person, I just keep on seeing puzzle pieces. And that's what this person is going to be like. This is like a person who puts together the pieces of the puzzle. This is a person who looks at things and tries to find answers, tries to find, you know, greater understandings. And they could be a younger soul. They really can be. Or this can be somebody with just very youthful energy. Like if you heard their age, you'd be like, no, you can't be. So here, yeah. It's just somebody who's going to inspire you by the way they fit things together, by the questions that they ask, by the energy they let out from their heart. And it leads to, yeah, and you have the Temperance card right here. It leads to Sagittarius energy, Temperance. So this is a time frame of November 22nd to December 21st. This is going to be a very powerful person for you, this Sagittarius energy, right? Really helps you with prosperity. This is going to be a person who has you looking at money differently. They can inspire you. You can, kind of stumble across their YouTube page or a podcast or whatever. And you're like, wow, I never thought of it like that. And it can be with saving money. It's like, okay, saving money becomes a game, or you're looking at things and you're still finding a way to have, Spirit is saying is to be social, to have this prosperity, this beauty around you, but also having a depth of religious understanding. And it doesn't have to be religious. It's like spiritual understanding. It's you going deeper and it's you seeing what's truly important, because I'm just seeing like the weight of gold meaning so much more. And this can very well be you valuing what is truly valuable to you. You really looking at what's valuable to you and valuing it so much more, having it be so much more passionately involved with you. And this leads you to the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is this air sign, is this water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We do have the air sign energy here, which comes together, which I love. And we see this, okay, that's why Spirit showed me the air sign, right, with the Three of Swords. It's the heart and the mind coming together. Now, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the King of Cups is on a throne in the middle of the ocean. He's on this little rock. And it's highly implied that, yes, he is the king of the kingdom behind him. But it can also very well be that he's the king of that rock. And doesn't that make all the sense in the world, that we are the king of ourselves, that rock, where we stand and what we stand for? And so here, emotionally, you're looking at what you love, what you want, what you desire, what your heart calls for. And internally for you, in your inner self, you cannot ignore your heart. And the thing is that as you embrace your heart, as you look at your passionate self, as you look at what you desire and what you want and where it is that you want to be in life, you're going to have the Three of Swords come up during this time. It can be that you're looking at things and you're thinking, oh my gosh, look at how I messed up, look at what I still need to overcome, or look at what a fool I was, or just things like that. You are going to be rather harsh on yourself, because the Three of Swords shows us when we've messed up. The Three of Swords is our heartbreaks, our pains, our disappointments, the scars that we carry. And it means that they come up rather intensely. And with the King of Cups, you're kind of countering it. You're saying, yes, I know that I've been through heartbreak and pain and disappointment. But here's the thing. So is every single human being. No life is without suffering. And I know we sit there and we say, no life is without suffering. And it kind of doesn't have the meaning to it that it should, because it kind of sounds flippant. Or, oh yeah, everybody has a hard time. But it's like, no, take that deeper. Everybody knows pain. You know pain when you're little, and you watch it with a little kid and they hit their head or they stub their toe, and it's the worst pain they've ever felt. And as they grow, it's not that the pain becomes less, the intensity of the way they feel it. It's that they become used to it. Oh yeah, I stubbed my toe. Oh yeah, I hit my head, type of thing. And we become able to kind of shrug it off more. And here, these are the hurts, the pains that we're not able to shrug off. These are the hurts and the pains that define us, that we look at ourselves and say, man, if you just didn't go through that, if you just didn't have to, have this happen, life would be so much better. But I can tell you, because Spirit is saying, you wouldn't be as rich as an individual. I'm not talking about wealth. I'm talking about the capacity and the extent of your heart. Because your heart during this time, to have the King and the Queen of Cups right here, is astounding. Your emotional truth, coupled with the severe, passionate force of you, Aries, is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And the Three of Swords is saying, look at the heartbreaks and the pains that you have been through, the hurts, the disappointments. Don't hide them away. Don't put them in a little box and lock them in the closet. Look at it and say, okay, I see it. I understand it, but it's not defining me anymore. It can be working with somebody. It can be, keeping an angel journal and having that connection with your angels and saying, why did this happen? And just freeform writing or freeform talking and letting out everything that happened and what you learned, what you didn't learn, the hurts, the pains, because you're moving to a place of wealth with the King of Coins. The King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this is a sense of seeing prosperity for what it is, okay? Wealth, and what you value as much as money. Because you're a giant in the arena of your life. Looky here with these sheep. Yeah, the sheep down below him. You have such power. You do. Even though at times it can feel like I don't have any power. Everything is just happening. Look at how you're nurturing, how you're connecting, how you are embracing wealth. And you might have times here where it feels like you are on the outside of wealth. This is a shift that's happening. And this is also a healing that has to happen, because it's like you're not on the outside of wealth. You are not looking at things and saying, life just happens to me. It's like, no, you're taking the reins. And that's what you're doing in your inner self. You're taking the reins. You're looking at what it is that you want, what it is that you desire. And you're saying, this is my wealth. This is my prosperity. This is what I'm planting. This is what I desire. And I am not going to be bullied. I'm not going to be, afraid. I am going to move forward in this truth. And as you do so, there's a radiance that shines from you with the Nine of Cups. A radiance, a beauty, a prosperity, a absolute power. And as this beauty comes, you start to see yourself in a different way. But it's also going to be very, very easy for you, Aries, to fall back into the Three of Swords mentality, into the sense of heartbreak, pain, disappointment, especially since there can be things that happen that remind you of the heartbreak, the pain, the disappointment that you've been through. Okay, it can just even be your mind just a little bit more ready to kind of go to that negative space. Pull it back and say, I am prosperous, I am bountiful, I am blessed, I am a victor, not a victim. And that is so powerful. It's like I'm taking the power. I'm taking the reins. And I'm moving my life forward. Because people are going to see this so much more easily than you will ever see it, Aries. Because you are so exacting on yourself. You are an emperor. Okay, the god of war rules you. And that's not a bad thing, right? With Aries, okay, literally the god of war in Greek mythology, it is the god that got things done. In the ancient world, you got things done through battle. And that was just it. And Aries and Venus, were lovers. Aries and Aphrodite, there we go, were lovers. So that is also a beautiful thing, to have war and to have love come together. And I know you're sitting there and thinking, well, why does that matter? It matters because that's who they attracted. They were married to other people. They were all arranged marriages in ancient Greek pantheons. They all fooled around in everybody else. But with war and with love, it's the passion of the intention that shines through. It's your passion of intention, always, Aries, that shines through. And it leads you right here to the Four of Wands, because the Four of Wands is crowning you. The Four of Wands is a joy that cannot be reversed. It is a passionate beauty. It is a radiant truth. And it is your blessings coming forward. And I love what you are crowned with. You are crowned with being the ruler of your own world, your own dominion, and your own heart, right? And then you have blessings, celebration, beauty, understanding, and love, again, coming through. So, and healing. So here, it is like, with your heart, there's a new world coming forward. There is a new beauty, there is a new passion, there is a new truth, there is a new understanding, there is brilliance. And as it comes forward, all right, as this moves you, now this could also be new job opportunities, this could be moving house, this can be, wanting to start your own career, this can be a celebration with family and friends for one reason or another, and you just have this jubilance around your heart, and your heart is like, yes, I'm so ready for it. And as you're moving forward with the Emperor is like, yes, I got this, because this is the essence of you. The essence of you resides in your heart. If you ignore yourself emotionally during this time, you will ignore yourself, period. Right? You will not see the brilliance, the glory, the beauty that is you. You will be held back, and you will feel as if you wasted this time. No. Let your heart shine forward. Let your stubbornness come out, not in a bad way, but in a, oh yeah, I'm going to achieve my goals. Oh yeah, I'm going after what I desire. Oh yeah, bigger things are out there for me. Because I am the Emperor. I am the embodiment of all of the kings. I am power, I am understanding, and I am truth. And as you move forward with this knowledge, you move forward with your grace. And you see that, yes, I have made mistakes. Because here, it's kind of like, I love it, that you're glaring at the Three of Swords. And it's like, seriously? Seriously, you're going to, put this in my face kind of thing? But I'm just really seeing King David from the Old Testament, from the Torah. And the thing with King David is he was not perfect. He just wasn't. He made mistakes, and he owned up to them. But we see a shift happening, right? In the way that man looks at their heroes, their gods, their people that, talk to gods, their prophets. And with David, he admits his faults, but he strives for better. He's not in the Greek pantheon of, they mess up just as much as humans do. And they're really not that much better. They just have superpowers, right? And he's not perfect, but he's trying. And I think that's something that we can all really hold on to. It's like, we're not perfect, but my gosh, we're trying. We're trying to move towards a radiance and a beauty. We're trying to become so much more than what we once were. And so instead of looking at the hurts, the pains, the disappointments that you've been through as mistakes, as, as shames, it's like, that was part of me. And that's what's given me my compassion. That's what gives me the depth of my heart. That's what moves me forward. Because it's through our hurts and our pains that we can heal one another. Because we're never perfect. And that word is something maybe to strive for, but also to know is a bit of a fantasy. Remember what Dostoevsky said. If you had your paradise, you would pop it like bubbles, and it would fall away. Because it wouldn't be paradise anymore. It was obtained. Then we move to the Five of Coins. The Five of Coins is prosperity, yes, but it's feeling on the outside of wealth. And this is what you've had enough of. So I am not on the outside of wealth. I am not, looking at prosperity and thinking, man, it would be nice. I am prosperous. I am nurturing. I am moving forward in this prosperous bounty that I want from my life. I'm knocking on the door, and I am moving forward. It is looking at things in a passionate, distinctive way. And it is saying, okay, things might have failed before. You might have tried one road, and it didn't work. And so now you're trying another. But do not give up on you. Do not fail. Do not let that be the way that you see yourself. Because here, with the King of Pentacles and then with Temperance, it's like you're finding this balance. You're knowing this truth. And heartbreaks and pains and disappointments and financial blunders, yes, have been in the past. But they're not what's guiding you as you plant your seeds for the future. They've actually given you wisdom. It's like, okay, well, make sure you ask these questions now, and make sure you are more on top of things here and there, okay? It can be, don't be so trusting. Don't think that others have your back. But never think that prosperity, bounty, abundance, the seeds that you are planting for your future will come of naught. Because they're manifesting in a way that is going to free you. Yeah. And it leads you to the Ace of Wands. This is permeating every single aspect of this time. It's passion. It's creation. This is your fiery energy coming forward. This is God's source spirit. However you see the divine, the universe, blessing you, moving you, enlightening you. And as this comes forward, you are amazed. You look at things and you think, wow, this is more than I ever thought. This is your inspiration. This can be shooting up from your Sacral Chakra. It's like, wow, it's a resurrection of self, of soul, of passion, of understanding. This is the reason why you get out of bed in the morning. And this is seeing things, and things are becoming so much clearer. You're also going to see the baggage, the weight that we carry as human beings, the hurts, the pains, the walls that we build up, falling away. To let yourself move forward in the prosperity, in the brilliance, in the abundance that you want. It leads you to the Two of Cups. It leads you to a healing. It leads you to a coming together of love. It can be with another person, most definitely. I mean, you do have this beautiful, strong water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer here, all right? And you do have this soulmate connection coming forward. This love, this healing, this minor arcana lovers card in the public arena. It's like, this is what I love. This is what I want. And this is who I am. The healing guides you forward, Aries. It centers you. You drink deeply of this cup. And as you do, as your heart heals and as you embrace that healing, the King of Swords comes forward. The King of Swords is no nonsense. I mean, seriously, this is the warrior king. You have the planning king, right? You have your warrior self right here as the emperor, right? You have the personal king. You have the loving king. You have the caring king, right? The one who lets us drink deeply of the waters and inspires. And here, this is the warrior. This is the warrior king that says, I know what I want. I'm trained and I'm honing my skills. And I am moving forward in my truth, in my passion, and in what I desire. And as I do so, I am free. And as you are free. Now you can be, okay, here, a bit sharp-tongued. You can be. You know, you see things and you could be a little bit snippy, a little bit snappy, a little bit like, intense. But that is okay. It's okay because you're working towards something greater. And as you work towards this greatness, you have this balance coming in. And you can see yourself. You can see yourself if you're being too snippy. You can see yourself if you're, being just a little bit too intense. What you're going to have a tendency to be during this time is intense, focused. And here, this is a way of working with people that is just beautiful. This is a way of seeing everybody's strengths and also seeing your own strengths, which sometimes, Aries, you always look at the way you can improve, the way you can push, more. And then it's like, okay, step back and see your strengths, see your power, see what you have now and how it correlates to what it is that you truly want and where it is that you truly want to be. And as this comes forward, the Sagittarius energy, again, the time frame of November 22nd to December 21st, it inspires. It inspires. It has you moving forward in a little bit more of a sedate fire sign energy, because I do see Sagittarius as being the calmest of the fire signs, but also the most introspective, the one who digs the deepest, who wants to understand the most, who is looking for deeper meaning in everything. And so you have that energy here in the public arena, as you have this healing coming over you, as you know your truth, you speak your truth, you go after what resonates with your soul, and you defend what it is that you want. You're fighting for it. It's not that everything is going to be a battle, but it's that you're not giving up, and you're not letting negativity, heartbreak, pain, disappointment, define you at all, or move you in a way that just isn't right. It's like, no, this is my truth, this is myself, and I move in this balance, in this temperance, in this filling of my cup, in this embracing of my soul, in this looking at what I want, and this deep curiosity for where it is that I want to be and how it is that I want to move forward. And as that happens, you have the blessing of the Queen of Cups. Love, joy, healing, peace, serenity of self and beauty of soul. This sense of more being out there. This sense of love running deep within you. And with the King and the Queen, here he focuses on his kingdom, right? What he needs to defend. Always know that the kings do not feel as if they can move as freely as the queens can. Think of chess, right? Queens can move, the queen can move any way it wants, pretty much. And the king has stricter rules. Here, with the weight of responsibility and what you desire, the power of rule is intense. Right? And you have this kingly energy repeated by you showing up in and of yourself. You're a very intense, focused person. And then 3 out of the 4 kings coming. And so as you look at things, as you embrace it, you need to embrace a bit of the healing, a bit of the free movement of the Queen of Cups. Because there's the intensity of the King of Cups that just by the sheer magnitude of kings that you have really does take over. And you look at things so seriously. You look at things so intensely that you can miss the magic, you can miss the beauty, you can miss the harmony, right, that is around you. Remember, Brahma said he hid the God's head within man, because that is the one place we would not look for it. Look within, because I see that as the gift that the Queen of Cups is offering. It's the beauty from within. It's the way here, Sagittarius, is pouring the waters into the cups. It's like it's from within. Nothing is added to it. They're simply pouring the water from one cup to another. You're simply embracing your logic, embracing your understanding, embracing your wisdom from one cup to another. It's all growing within. So there can be times where you feel very frustrated. All right, Aries. I was going to say Sagittarius because there is such a strong Sagittarius energy here. But Aries, there is a time where you can feel so frustrated because there's supposed to be more. You know, things are supposed to be moving forward differently. Things are supposed to be more. So you can get upset with yourself. You can look at things and be just a little bit too intense on you. Step back. Find your inspiration. Embrace your inspiration. Because as we move deeper, we're going to see that you really do open up in an astoundingly brilliant way. So let's see here, Aries. Show me more deeply for Aries. August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. Show me more deeply. August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. Show me more deeply. August 15th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. Show me more deeply. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. And one bonus card. And now let's see the people you have to be mindful of during this time. And again, these might not be people that you meet in real life. This could be, information that you get, something that sticks with you, and you just have to be mindful of it taking root within you. Aries. Who are the people Aries has to be mindful of? August 15th to the 31st, 2020. Who are the people Aries has to be mindful of? August 15th to the 31st, 2020. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh, and show me clearly. Fantastic. These three. So we have here Taurus energy, right? This is a time frame of April 20th to May 20th, the High Priest, the Hierophant. This is a person who could tell emperors what to do. Because remember, in medieval times, the only person who could tell an emperor what to do was the Pope. And the Hierophant is represented by the Pope in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So this is a person who has some sort of power over you or has an authority, right? This is a person that you would listen to. And there aren't many people that you would sit there and be like, okay, they know what they're doing. I'll listen to them. And it's not in a bad way. It's in a very self-assured, very confident way that you are confident within yourself and within your understanding. This person is just a bit stubborn, and you'll find yourself knocking heads with them. You really will. You'll find ideas kind of clashing, and it can be that you sit there and you could think like, wow, this person has all the answers. And then you realize that person, just a person. Just a person. And yes, they have a lot of answers, and yes, they have a lot of wisdom, but I don't agree with everything that they say, and that's okay. That really is okay. Because as I move forward, I see that where I do agree with them, or where I do find inspiration from them, it is really inspirational and it is really powerful. I was thinking of a book that I read, and it was by Jordan Peterson, right? And I really do admire him. Do I agree with everything that he says? No. Am I supposed to? No. He's a person giving out his wisdom, and take what resonates and kind of, forget the rest. And here it's going to be that kind of way for you. Take what resonates with you. Take what inspires, and leave the rest behind. And then we have the King of Swords, which is very interesting. You have a very good King of Swords here, and you have a not so good King of Swords. This is somebody who is too stubborn, okay? They're just too logical. It's not even stubborn. They're just logical. It's kind of like, well, prove it. Show me. I have to see it for myself type of way. Very kind of scientific, very kind of sciencey. They could be a very sciencey person. And here, it's like they just don't have the delivery. They could have some really good information, but their delivery stinks. and it's very cutting, it's very sharp, it's very, kind of to the point, and you're just not going to resonate with it. You might resonate with their words when you step back and you look at things and you're like, okay, I get that now. But their energy themselves, no, that's actually going to be a little bit toxic for you. And then we have the Princess of Cups. This is somebody way too much into their own emotions. Okay, trauma, drama, all the time. And this could also be somebody who like, oh, I hope this comes true. Oh, I wish this comes true. And you're going to be like, well, what are you doing? And they're like, well, I hope and I wish it comes true. That's what I'm doing. I'm wishing upon a star. And you're like, okay, some practical something would be great. So here, with the Princess of Cups, just know that this person just irritating with the way that they're approaching things, with their kind of devil may care mentality. Kind of like let it fall where it may. And also they're just going to be too caught up in the romance of something, but not in the actual practice of it. Meaning it can be with a relationship. Oh my gosh, it's just so dreamy. It's so wonderful. You'll be like, well, how often have you seen each other, or things like that? And I do know it's hard now. And they'll be like, oh no, we don't meet, or something to that effect. And you're going to be like, what? Or we've never really talked on the phone. We just text each other. You're going to be like, what? Yeah. And they build up the fantasy so much more than the reality. It can also be like a person starting their own business, or having this really great idea and not moving forward with it, not putting it into action. You're going to be like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, I have this really great idea. That's what I'm doing. So just know that's going to drive you crazy. We have the Page of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Two of Swords, a decision to be made. And the King of Wands, which is you. And I love that. Now you've had all four of the kings come up, which is awesome. Then we have the Five of Swords. Okay, something karmic comes, and I can see that here. And it's really linked to the Five of Pentacles. I like the repeat of the number 5, links them. But it's linked to feeling as if, yeah, okay, we're going to go into that more. But like feeling as if that can't be mine. I'm on the outside of wealth. I'm on the outside of victory. And that's something karmic that's coming into play, because you have the Seven of Swords. You're taking up your weapons. You're taking what's important, and you're leaving. You're moving forward. The Nine of Cups, you again have this blessing that you may not see as easily as other people do. But it's definitely there. It's there personally. It's there emotionally. Ace of Clubs, you have the Ace of Wands again. So you have it right here at the end of your heart line, and then you have it now at the beginning of your public line. So people are definitely going to see that you are blessed. You have the Four of Clubs once again. Oh, I love that. The Four of Wands repeats itself, and that's beautiful. That's a blessing that cannot be extinguished. And then you have the Ace of Cups, which is, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of healing, of cleansing. Now, you definitely take this because of the public arena, not the public arena, but because of the main, and also, okay, that's what Spirit is saying. The Queen of Cups is right here in the public arena, okay? And the amount of cups that you have within the main part of your reading before we went deeper. But it's also going to be something that's permeating everything, because you don't have the cups right here. And then you have the Four of Swords. You need to rest. You need to take things in. But here you're cleansing, okay? And you're being inspired. And you're going to see that tears wash away a lot. And as you're moving forward, you're going to find yourself embodied, emboldened. And you're learning a lot about what you want, about where you want to be. You're taking things in, and you're being a student of your mind. You're being a student of what you desire. You're being a student of what you want. And as you learn, as you get messages from divinity and spirit, you find yourself much more inspired, much more invigorated than you were before, because you're coming to things with new eyes. It leads you to really seeing that, yes, there were two roads, but those roads are opening up in a way that you hadn't anticipated, that you hardly expected. And now more roads are opening up, more pathways are guiding you forward. And it's leading you to being the king of you, to embracing your passion, embracing your understanding, embracing your desire, and moving you forward. It's like you have this gift being handed to you of passion. And in the beginning, okay, in the main part of the reading, Spirit said that it was permeating everything, right? But it wasn't quite taken yet, because we only had you as the Emperor, not you as, one of the court cards of the wands. Now we have you as the wand, and that same gift being given to you. You are definitely taking it. you're utilizing it. This is your reason for getting up in the morning. This is the king that will jump out of his seat, who will go, who will do, who will, learn more, who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty. And this is you. This is the person that you are. You like being in the middle of action. You like, you like it when things move forward, and you can see the tangible way that you help things progress. And so that power comes over you. And here with the and it leads you to the 5 of Swords. So Spirit is saying, it's like, this power comes over you, and then you have the 5 of Swords, where you have something karmic coming up. And you might think, oh my gosh, I failed at this before. Or this is something that you've been through before, where you think, wow, again? Seriously, I have to go through this again? And it's like, yes, because what Spirit is saying is that the depth of the lesson wasn't learned. It might not be that you handle it, very differently at all, but you handle it very differently emotionally. And what it is here is you can feel like your world is on fire, okay? And that's what I saw. I looked at that and I was like, oh my gosh. You could feel like your world is on fire. You can feel like you just don't have the answers. Like you have more questions than anything. But then all of a sudden, you start to see things more deeply, more honestly. You start to stand your ground. You know your truth. You're not thinking that defending what is rightfully yours and defending your purpose in this world, okay, is a bad thing at all. You see it as a very good thing. And you see it as a powerful thing. And you're not apologizing for being strong and embracing your independent self and being gloriously you. And it has you then facing this karmic debt. And you kind of light the karmic debt on fire. You're like, no, it's gone. And it can be something that you've inherited through your DNA line. It's like, we always suffer this way. We're always taken advantage of. Or it can be something that was in your karmic past life line where it hurts so deeply because you've lived through it so often. And it's like, when is this going to stop? And here, in the here and the now, it's powerful because you have lived through it so often. You have been through that heartbreak, that pain, that disappointment, that sense of standing your ground and knowing your truth, but then being made to doubt it, being made to question if you really can stand your ground and if you really know your truth. And the answer is you absolutely do. And so as you stand in that truth, you then have the 7 of Swords come forward. You take up your knowledge, your weapons, everything that you've learned, and you move forward. Now, usually you leave 2 things behind, but I don't think you're leaving anything behind here. Spirit's saying you're taking it all with you. You're moving forward in that inspirational, passionate power that really does guide you. And it's like, I've earned this. I've worked hard for this. I will not be held back. I will not be ignored. I will not be denied. And as you move forward, this is also one of my tarot teachers. He said that the 7 of Swords is a wish card. And I see this as a wish card for you. Because it's over you, and it's over this sense of feeling as if prosperity cannot be yours. So it's like, what do you really wish for? What do you really want? What do you really desire? For me, it's the 10 of Cups. It's that happy, peaceful, calm. It's that serene family, that serene life. It's that love surrounding. It might not be the glitziest life. And quite frankly, I wouldn't like that. But it's something deeply meaningful and personal for me. And so if it's the 10 of Cups, take the 10 of Cups out of the tarot deck, order a tarot deck, or if you have a tarot deck, take it out and see it every day. If it's a different card for you, take it out. The 4 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, whatever it is, the Lovers, take it out and see it. See what it is that you desire and work towards it. Work towards it every day, just by 1%. 1% every day. For a year, that's a huge increase, right? 300 times plus better. Every day, work towards your goals. Look at what you desire, because wishes are beautiful. They're passions within our hearts. They're things that we strive for. But you're making your wishes a reality, and that is even better. It leads you to this radiant beauty that you get to really enjoy. This man sees it more. So here you see it more. than you did before. And here it is your passion, your beauty, your heart, your soul. Again, wishes coming true. Okay? Wishes being guided. And as they're being guided, you're embracing your truth and your understanding. You're embracing what you desire and where it is that you want to be. Your heart opens. And as your heart opens, people really see this. Emotionally, personally, passionately, they really see this shift in you. And as you embrace it, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, hands you this gift of passion, of creation, of understanding, of inspiration, of desire, permeating every single aspect of your life, moving you forward. And it takes your breath away. It really does. It's like, wow, this is it. This is what I want. This is who I am. This is what I desire. And then you hold the wand in your hand. You're the king of it. Okay, you are the ruler of your truth, your destiny, your passion, your purpose. It's like, yeah, this is what I desire. This is who I am. And it gives you chills. It takes your breath away. It's like, oh, wow. That's how I want to move forward. That's what I'm heading towards. That's what I want. And it can be that you get this little idea, Aries. And it's like, well, wouldn't that be nice? And as you get this little idea and as it starts growing in your head, you start seeing things more. And it's like, wow, I can see myself there. I can see myself moving forward that way. I can see myself with this passionate power, this beautiful truth. And it leads you to the Four of Clubs, the Four of Wands. A beauty that cannot be denied. A passion, a prosperity, a bounty that cannot be missed. It is an embrace. It is a celebration. It is new job opportunities, moving house. It is things falling into alignment. It's seeing what you love and what you want. And it's like, yes, this can be a celebration as beautiful and as profound as a wedding. Okay? So this is something that lasts. This is something that runs deep. All right? This is something that binds. It binds your heart. It binds your soul. It just elates you. This is elation. And it moves you to the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is God's Source, Spirit. However you see the divine, the universe. Spirit keeps on wanting me to say God. So it can be God or however you say it. Blessing you. Washing away your tears, your doubts, your sorrows. Taking the hurts, the pains, the scars that we all have. We all have them. We all have them because life is hard. And I love the quote by Katharine Hepburn, as you guys know, living is the hardest thing you ever do. After all, it kills you. And so it's all the little hurts that we accumulate from the time we're 3 years old or, when we can first remember to now. And it's washing away the hurt, the doubts, the fears that clog our hearts, that keep us from the blessings coming in, that keep us from our souls moving forward. And it's saying you're healed. You may need healing again tomorrow, yes, because the world is harsh. But there's a healing that's coming for you now. You might find yourself being a bit more sensitive during this time. Okay? Very touched. Very moved by things. Inspired. It opens up doors for you. Because you see where you had once closed your heart. And I can feel it over my heart chakra. And I hope that you can feel it over yours. It makes tears come to my eyes. All right, it's actually getting me very emotional. Because it's like what you had once closed your heart to. What you had once written off and said, oh no, that just can't be me. The truth of the matter is that it is you. It can be you. And it's moving you forward in this passionate power, this beautiful, symphony of self that is extraordinary. And you have the repeat of the number 4 here. And you also have the repeat of the number 1. So the number 1 is power. The number 4 is taking care of yourself. It is coming into harmony. And your bonus card is the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords is knowing that you need rest. Because you have been through so much. And you might say, oh, Dane, other people have been through more. Yes, of course. Of course, if we're going to do, the I've been through more than you game, there's always going to be somebody who has had such a harder time. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about you. We're talking about the hurts, the pains, the disappointments that you've been through, the way they have touched your heart, your soul, yourself. Okay, the scars that they leave. And this is a paying homage to them of the path that has been hard to walk, but absolutely necessary. And a path that has been beautiful for you, if not at times overwhelming. And has made the beautiful you. Because you might say, Dane, my path has not been beautiful. It's been hard and it has been desolate. Yeah. At times life is that way. But this is not losing faith. This is not losing sight of you, your passion, your power, your understanding. And let's see what your spirit animal message is. Ooh, goodness. Aries, August 15th to the 31st, 2020 Aries. August 15th to the 31st, 2020 Aries. August 15th to the 31st, 2020 Aries. Angel and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. It is the seahorse spirit. Watch and wait. You'll be surprised at the way things develop, at the way things move forward. Watch and wait and see. Your breath will be taken away. You will be moved to tears by the beauty of something, but the beauty of things as they come together. As you embrace a deeper understanding, watch and wait. It will unfold in a way that you hadn't imagined and could hardly have dreamed. The chameleon spirit, act as if you deserve it. Act as if you knew this was going to happen. Act as if you expected your breath to be stolen. You expected your heart to skip a beat. You expected things to start falling into alignment in a way that was breathtaking and awing for you. Act as if you expected to be moved to tears and awed. Act as if. Your subconscious message from your spirit animals is the moth spirit. Surrender now. Surrender now to the beauty that is coming. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Surrender and embrace. Your subconscious person message is the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Prosperity. Seeing the way things line up. Seeing the way things connect. Embracing something that seems so little, but can be so terribly impactful. I see this as seeds. So, without food, people starve, right? So, it's looking at the seeds that are planted and saying, if the rain falls like this, if the harvest reaps this much, people will get to eat. People get to move forward, right? And that's something that you're really looking at here. You're looking at the way even the smallest things connect in a very powerful and very real way. This is the king of details. This is the king of profound understanding. And this is what you're embracing, that profound understanding, that details, that nurturing, that seeing the importance in what other people might think is silly, but it's not silly at all. Your subconscious chakra message is universal light. I see this as you in the center, the light coming, rooting you, moving you forward, pulling you up to your full potential, embracing you, healing you. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. It moves you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And I love this depiction. The spinners of fate. Right? We do not always see our fortunes. We do not always know our fortunes. Because as Plato said, all is flux and nothing stays the same. We see glimpses. We get, bits of knowledge here and there. that help? Yes. Some of us are more in tune than others. It helps, yes. But the Wheel of Fortune says that everything changes. Everything has a season. And you subconsciously are moving towards a change in season, a change in passionate power, a coming into yourself more and more. It does not mean that the good will fall away. It does not mean that hardships will never be again. It does mean that you are looking at things openly, honestly, and truthfully for yourself. And you're seeing more power within you than you had realized. And you're seeing more truth about you than you could ever have known. Now, as we go deeper into this subconscious, it shows us the Eight of Cups. Because as a new season starts, you walk away from what you once thought you would love. You leave. Now, this could be an ending as severe as a divorce for some. For others, this is a changing of your mind. This is a understanding of your passion. This is a knowing of your truth. And wondering why it took so long to find, to begin with. How you moved forward before is not going to be how you move forward now. There's a deeper knowledge here, a deeper knowing, a seeing that absolutely is a part of you. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation. Once again, releasing all negative energy, calling in positive energy as we raise our own energy vibration, moving forward in peace, serenity, love, and confidence of self. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you,